mountainous vegetation. Mountain vegetation or mountainous vegetation. As we learned earlier, as for the relief features, the physiographic divisions of India, there are the different kinds of vegetation present in our country. Different types of vegetation. Same as the mountain vegetation is influenced as by the relief factor. Relief factor. When we increases as a height, when we move the upward direction, temperature decreases. Due to the sudden fall in temperature, makes the variations in a vegetations. Yes, Tidiksha? Okay. Canopy, tropical evergreen forest. When the branches of trees merge with each other, it mixes with each other, it makes as hut-like structure. Such kind of huts which are having as a slanting roofs. Slanting roofs. So due to the intermixing of branches of a dense growth of vegetation makes the canopy. C-A-N-O-P-Y. Mountain vegetation. It is basically as influenced by the relief, altitude. As for the increase in height, fall in temperature makes the variations in a vegetation, not the specific kind of a vegetation. Specific kind of vegetation found. Am I audible? What we got to it? Gagan? It is a which type of a rainfall? Gagandeep Singh? You don't know. It was a question marked in a examination. Yes. Prachi? Again raise your hand. Prachi?
Yes, sir.
Yes, answer.
Winter monsoons.
No, these are not on winter monsoon. Very good, Jia. 9C from Jia. It's Mahavat. Ashrif also given as a Mahavat. Western disturbances. That rain has caused by the western disturbances. Such winds which are moving from the Mediterranean Sea towards India in a month of January. This is as a favorable for growth of a Rabi crop. For the growth of wheat. For growth of a wheat plant. It is not a winter monsoons. Winter monsoons are occurred only in a Tamil Nadu. It's through the retreating monsoon winds. So western disturbances, they comes to the Middle Eastern countries towards India. So let's continue. Come to what is variations in a vegetation. Variations in vegetation. Such variations has occurred due to as a temperature conditions. Due to as the temperature conditions. When we increases as a height, if trees having as a broader leaves, under such circumstances, their branches, it may break due to as a burden of a snow. Mountain vegetation or mountainous vegetation, it is as generally influenced by the height, altitude. When we increases the height, fall in temperature, due to as a fall in temperature, snow has occurred on a slopes of mountains. Slopes of mountains. So generally the such kind of a meters of a height, till 1000 meters of height, tropical deciduous forests are found. Till 1000 meters of height, tropical deciduous forests are found. In some parts, these are the tropical evergreen forests also. Tropical evergreen forests also. As we learned earlier, tropical evergreen forests growing in a more rain-fed areas. And these are those parts of mountains which are separated from plains. That part of a mountain separated from plains. What we call to the such kind of a landforms? What we call to the such kind of landforms which are lies nearer to the mountains and the plains. It is a which kind of a alluvial plains? Bhabar, very good. B-H-A-B-A-R. Sorry, these are the Tarai. These are the Tarai. T-E-R-A-I, wetlands. T-E-R-A-I, wetlands. At Jalandhar, which is located at a height of more than 250 meters from a mean sea level, as categorized under the tropical deciduous forest. But after the 1000 meters of height, 1000 to the 3000, 1000 to 3000, 1,000 to 3,000 as a coniferous forests are present. Coniferous forests are present. 1,000 to 3,000 meters till 1,000 as a meters as a tropical deciduous forest. Hoshiarpur lies under it. Hoshiarpur, their eastern parts lies under the Tarai region, the wetlands. For example, as a Ropar, Patiala wetlands, that Tarai region, which has consisting some parts as a tropical evergreen and the dry parts are known as a tropical deciduous. But after the 1,000 meters of height, there is a sudden changes in a vegetation. That kind of vegetation is a coniferous forest. CONIFEROUS. Coniferous forest. In such type of a vegetation, the important species of trees are Deodar, 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 fir, FIR, Deodar, fir, spruce, SPRUCE, cedar, CEDAR, pine, PINE, pine. Next, silver fir, SILVER, FIR, silver fir. Oaks, OAKS, I'm again repeating as a pines, cedars, silver fir, deodar, spruce, oaks, OAKS. Clear? These are those species of trees which are lies till the height of 1,000 towards the 3,000 meters from the mean sea level, which is known as a coniferous forest. This is a part of the mountainous vegetation. Afterwards, 3,000 meters towards the 3,500. 3,000 meters towards the 3,500 as 3,000 meters to 3,500 meters mean sea level as the alpine vegetation. It is known as the alpine vegetation. Alpine vegetation, ALPINE. ALPINE. Alpine vegetation. It is known as the alpine vegetation. Alpine vegetation. Alpine vegetation. The important species of trees which are found in these regions are alpine vegetation. Alpine vegetation. Important species of trees found in this region are silver fir, 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 chilgoza, 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 cal, KAIL, spruce. In this region, as one of the herb is generally found in Himalayan region named as a yew, YEW, Himalayan yew. Himalayan yew, YEW. It is as a type of a herb which is used for a cancer medicine, but presently it is endangered. That category of a herb is endangered. YEW. It is known. It is found in a Himalayan yew, found in a alpine vegetation. It is in an endangered category. Endangered those number of plants and animals which are at the level of extinction. अगर इन्हें बचाया नहीं गया, then they will finish from the environment. So they are in an endangered. Himalayan yew, YEW, spruce, silver fir, chilgoza, CHILGOZA, ZA, Cal, KAIL, Himalayan yew, found in alpine vegetation. Found in alpine vegetation. Alpine vegetation. Alpine vegetation. Clear? Above of 3,500 meters. Above of 3,500 meters. Above of 3,500 meters. Due to as a harsh cold weather conditions. Harsh cold weather conditions. Wait, Goshan. Harsh cold weather conditions, trees are not possible to grow in such areas as the shrubs are growing. Shrubs and grasses are growing above the height of 3,500 towards 5,000 meters. 3,500 to 5,000 meters as the grasses and shrubs are possible to grow. Shrubs and grasses are possible to grow. In this region of the Himalayas, still the 4,500 meters. 4,500 meters, there are two tribal communities are living, Gujars and Bakarwals. Gujars known for the rearing of buffaloes. They are rearing the buffaloes, and the Bakarwals rearing as the sheep and the goats. Sheep and goats. Sheeps. You are familiar with the Pashmina shawl of Jammu and Kashmir, which is manufactured from the wool extracted from sheep. So that community as a Bakarwas and Gujars. But they generally, as during the winters, they migrated towards the plains of India in Punjab, Haryana, and Uttar Pradesh. And afterwards, again the summers, they shifted towards the upper parts of the Himalayas, in parts of Jammu and Kashmir and Himachal Pradesh. These two are the communities known for the rearing of cattle. These are the herders rearing the cattle, Gujars and Bakarwals. Gujars and Bakarwals. Clear? Gujars and Bakarwals. So in this region of the Himalayas, above the 1,000 meters, as an important species of animals which are found in this region are the Tibetan antelope, yak, snow leopard, jackrabbit, etc. are generally found in a parts of a mountain vegetation. In mountain vegetation. Clear? In mountain vegetation. Till there, any questions? Any questions? Gujars, Goshan, these, it is known for that community of the herders which are rearing as a buffaloes. Presently, these are living in a Punjab on a permanent basis because of the migration from winter to the summer, from mountains towards the plains and plains towards our mountains. Now they are permanently settled in a Punjab. Permanently settled in Punjab, but the Bakarwals are still living in a parts of a J&K. In parts of J&K. The important number of the animals which are found in a parts of a mountain vegetation are marked on your screen. Kashmir stag, spotted deer, wild sheep, jackrabbit, Tibetan antelope, yak, snow leopard, squirrels, shaggy horn, wild ibex, etc. The important number of species of animals found in such region. Pandas are also found in a Himalayan region, but not in a part of India. It's in a Chinese part of China. Pandas are generally as found, which are required as extremely cold weather conditions. In a such parts of a Chinese part, they are generally as the present pandas in Himalayan. But you in a same as a you, the panda is also the categorized under the endangered category of fauna animals. Endangered category. Generally, all the number of species of animals are categorized into a certain category. Some are the normal species, which are present in all over the country. Which are the normal species like cow, dog, cat, buffalo are the normal species of animals. Some number of species of animals, they are the vulnerable. 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 Vulnerable species. Vulnerable species. Those species which earlier as a normal, but due to as the human factors, due to the loss of the habitat, due to as the hunting, poaching, smuggling of their body parts, such species of animals, they are decreasing day by day, and near in future they will become as endangered. So these are the vulnerable. Afterwards, endangered category is there. Those and number of species of animals which are at the level of extinction. अगर उन्हें बचाया नहीं गया, then they will be the extinct from an environment. They are the endangered, like as a tiger, Bengal tiger. As per the one estimate at the time of a 19th century, beginning of a 19th century, at that time, as a total number of the 120 lakh total number of tigers were present in India. That data which collected by the Britishers through the surveys. But till the independence, the total number of tigers, they were limited. They delimited till as the 40,000. 40,000 until 1987. The number of such tigers, they becomes as a 1,200 only. So that's why tigers as the endangered. If they will not protected in present, then what will be happen? They will extinct from the nature. So let's continue the next type of a vegetation. Next type of a vegetation. Next type of vegetation as the mangroves. MANGR, mangroves. GROOVES, mangroves. Next category of a vegetation as a mangroves. Mangroves are generally lies in a deltaic parts. Deltas of India. In India, there are 5 rivers mix the deltas. Ganga in West Bengal. Ganga in West Bengal. Ganga in West Bengal. Second, Kaveri in Tamil Nadu. Tamil Nadu's eastern coastal plains. Kaveri in Tamil Nadu. Kaveri in Tamil Nadu. Mahanadi in Odisha. Mahanadi in Odisha. Mahanadi in Odisha makes as the delta. Mahanadi in Odisha. Then Krishna and Godavari in Andhra Pradesh. Krishna and Godavari, both the rivers mix as the delta in Andhra Pradesh. Mangroves. Mangroves are also known as a tidal forest. Tidal forest. Why? Because they can grow in a saline water. Mangroves can grow in a saline water. Mangroves can grow in saline water. Mangroves are highly beneficial for us. Mangroves are beneficial for us. How? Through the growth of the mangroves, mangroves protected coast from tidal waves. Tides, as you're familiar, it is as a diurnal process. Tides are the diurnal process which is influenced by the gravitational pull of sun and moon. Gravitational pull of sun and moon. Diurnal means daily process. Daily process. So under such circumstances of the tides, when tidal waves are striking over the coastal regions, it may cause as the erosion. So from the erosion, it protected the coastal areas, mangroves. Mangroves protected the coast from the tidal waves or tsunami waves, sea waves. Tidal waves, tsunami waves, or sea waves. Second, mangroves are given as a natural habitat to a large number of wildlife species of animals. For example, Sundarbans known for the home of a Bengal tiger. Sundarbans known for the home of a Bengal tiger. Bengal tiger. Bengal tiger. Mangroves. Yes, Rishikesh. Yes.
सर जो आपने बताया कि सर मैंग्रोव्स आर गिवन होम टू
Favorable conditions for cultivation for tribal communities. Some of the tribal communities are still living in such parts of Sundarbans. Sundarbans, where the tribals, they are basically as practicing the cultivation. Because as you familiar, deltas are the consisting the finer materials of sediments. Such sediments which brought by the river from their in course and deposited at their mouth. So due to the deposition of a finer materials of a sediments or alluvial soils at the deltas by the river, fertile landforms came into existence. Fertile landforms came into existence, which are known as the Bhangar. These lands are the Bhangar, rich in alluvial soils, fertile soils, favorable for cultivation purposes. These are the beneficial to the mangroves. Benefits of mangroves. Benefits of mangroves. So important species of trees found in a mangroves or deltaic vegetation are mangroves are yes, durable hard timber, palm, coconut, Cura, agar, AGAR, and preferably in such areas as a Sundari species of trees are present. Sundari. Sundari species of trees are growing in a larger in number in such parts of Sundarbans. Such parts of Sundarbans. So important species of animals present in such mangrove forests are turtles, crocodiles, gharials, snakes, different number of species of snakes, tiger are generally found in this region. Tigers found in this region. Mangroves protected the coastal regions from tidal waves, from tsunami waves, sea waves. Clear? So this as the fourth type of the vegetation. Now the fifth category as a thorny shrubs. Till there, any questions? Any questions? Next are the thorny shrubs. Is anybody having any question? They can ask. Yes, 9C and D. Yes, Jabji. Boli. Are also inhabiting in such areas, specifically in such areas where the sediments deposited by the river. Sediments deposited by the rivers. Clear? Yes, Japji, your hand is still raised. Yes. Anybody else? Any questions? Next. Okay, now the next is the thorny shrubs. So we discussed regarding as a plains where the tropical deciduous forests are there, mountainous areas where the mountain vegetation, coniferous, alpine vegetation is there, coastal regions where the eastern coastal plains are known for the mangroves, and the western coastal plains known for the tropical evergreen forest. Now the one part is remaining as a deserts. Thorny shrubs are growing in extremely hot weather conditions. Extremely hot weather conditions in deserts. In deserts. So due to the due to the less rain, in such areas, less than as a less than 50 centimeters annual rainfall recorded, or in some parts as a less than 20 centimeters also. The western parts of Aravallis, known for the less than 20 centimeters annual rainfall. Less than 20 centimeters annual rainfall recorded in a western slopes of Aravallis. So in such areas, due to such extreme harsh climatic conditions, trees adapted their environment. Vegetation adapted of evapotranspiration. Water loss from trees. So the leaves of trees, they adapted their environment and they transform into the spines. Aravallis, known for the growth of a vegetation. So some areas are there where as a less rainfall has occurred, but some here are the western slopes of Aravallis where the very less rainfall recorded, but still as the some shrubs are possible to grow. Vegetation is still growing in these regions. Vegetation is still growing in these regions. Vegetation as the still growing in these regions. So less rainfall has recorded. So to reduce the process of evapotranspiration or a loss of water, vegetation adapted their environmental condition. How? Trees, they become